This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Governor Ron DeSantis says Florida will not follow federal advisories on gun violence. WMNF's Chris Young reports this comes after the Hillsborough State Attorney expanded a unit addressing gun-related crimes.
On Monday, Hillsborough County State Attorney Susie Lopez expanded her office's gun violence unit to strengthen public safety. It came after an uptick in gun violence the previous week.
And right now what we're seeing guns in the hands of people who aren't supposed to have guns.
On Tuesday, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy declared gun violence a public health crisis in America. In a detailed report, Murthy called for universal background checks, a ban on assault weapons, and required safe storage of guns. However, on Wednesday, Governor Ron DeSantis said in a post on X that Florida will not be complying with the federal guidelines. When asked for comment from Lopez, a representative from her office says it's inappropriate to comment on DeSantis' refusal to comply, calling it a legislative issue. Chris Young, WMNF News, Tampa.
Yesterday, Governor Ron DeSantis vetoed a measure aimed at regulating vacation rentals. The governor said the proposal would create bureaucratic red tape for local officials. For years, the oversight of vacation rentals has been a thorny issue for the legislature. This year's bill was a priority of Senate President Kathleen Passidomo. It was contentious. The Senate voted 23-16 to approve it, and the House passed it in a 60-51 vote in the waning days of the legislative session. The bill would have preempted the regulation of short-term rental properties from local governments to the state. There will be a free food drive in Palm Harbor this weekend. WMNF's Colleen Cole reports the event is for families in need.
The Juvenile Welfare Board and the St. Petersburg Free Clinic will hold a drive-through mobile food pantry on Saturday. Their first event last weekend fed over 400 families. JWB's Chief Executive Officer Beth Houghton says the groups will distribute fresh food. She says these events are important to a lot of families.
Things like housing especially are getting more expensive. Other things are getting more expensive. And while wages are moving up, they're not keeping up, particularly for families with middle incomes or lower.
In addition, Houghton says a lot of kids rely on their school to provide meals for them.
The estimate is that in Pinellas County, it's about 1 in 8 kids who are food insecure. It doesn't mean they're starving, but it means on any given day, they might miss a meal.
The group says a total of 21,000 pounds of food will be given away at each event. The mobile food pantries will continue for 5 more Saturdays. For more information, go to our website, WMNF.org.
The Florida Aquarium released 8 sea turtles into the Atlantic Ocean on Wednesday. The juvenile green sea turtle spent 3 months in intensive care at the aquarium's Sea Turtle Rehabilitation Center in Apollo Beach. Ashley Reese is director of the conservation program.
To see these animals come in super debilitated and get them to the point where they're trying to wiggle right out of your hands and I feel fine and I want to go back to the ocean, that's a huge accomplishment, and it's a feeling that you can't even really describe.
Reese says the aquarium released the turtles close to where they were originally stranded on the east coast of Florida. This is the year's largest release for the rehabilitation center. The over $4 million facility opened in 2019 and has one of the state's deepest turtle-exclusive dive pools. You can see video of the release. It's on our website, WMNF.org. An administrative law judge has scheduled a hearing in December in a legal fight about a plan to drill for oil and gas in part of rural northwest Florida. The judge scheduled the hearing for December 9th through 13th in Tallahassee. The environmental organization Apalachicola Riverkeeper is challenging a draft permit for the Florida Department of Environmental Protection that it approved in April for a Louisiana-based company to drill an exploratory well in an unincorporated area of Calhoun County. Apalachicola Riverkeeper contends that the project threatens the Apalachicola River and would be in the river's floodplain. But the department's draft permit pointed to safeguards planned for the project. Environmental conditions in the Apalachicola River have long been a high-profile issue. It's part of the Apalachicola-Chattahoochee-Flint River system, which starts in northern Georgia, crosses into Alabama, and ends in Apalachicola Bay in Florida. It will be hot with scattered showers and thunderstorms today, highs near 90. A stray shower or thunderstorm could happen early tonight with overnight lows in the high 70s. And tomorrow, the thunderstorms are likely in the afternoon. Highs will be in the low 90s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.